Bismillah min shaitan rajim. Bismillah rahman rahim. Surah At-Taariq, Surah number 86 of the Quran. So here Allah speaks about some mind-boggling verses for the Makkan Quraysh to drive out important message about the seriousness of the message the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is conveying. It so happens that Sahabis used to record this like this, where Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam used to say, Muad bin Jabal, hopefully it's a Sahabi, who led the Maghrib prayer, and he started reciting Surah Al-Baqarah and Surah Nisa. You know that it's one of the longest surahs of the Quran. So Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has called him and warned him not to do that. That's what. Why? Because are you putting the people to trial? O Muaz, was it not sufficient for you to recite surahs As-Samai wa Tariq, referring to this surah, Ash-Shams, and something like that? Because those were the prayers which is done in congregation, and there are old and feeble and busy people who will be accommodating. So when we are asked to lead the prayers should be short and crisp so that the old people will not be affected. But whenever we are doing it on nafil prayer or a voluntary prayer like that we do it in tahajjud and the other nafil prayers in sunnah, it can be longer as capable by the individual. So this is something that Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has advised, and that's why we find whenever in daily prayers and in Maghrib, this surah plays an important role where Imams used to recite this surah based on this instruction of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Here, the message goes like this. Allah is promising, وَالسَّمَاءِ وَالطَّارِقِ. And by the sky, Tariq, that refers to the nightcomer, or you can say it like star. And do you know what will make you know about what is that nightcomer? A Tariq, referring to the star. And that is the star that is piercing. And not every soul, but over it is a protector, which means for every soul Allah has appointed angels as a protectors, and either this translation goes like protector or as a watchkeeper, so that they keep recording whatever that the individual, every soul is doing. And here metamorphically a lot of tafsirs have been written to what is the star refers to and what is this, whom does the star refers to. But I'm skipping all that and going to the important stuff of this matter as for Enzor. So the point to drive out is, just like a star which is piercing into the sky, similarly, do you know how the origination of the man coming? The person, the very same people who are now rejecting the concept the Prophet ﷺ is conveying and not ready to accept about the oneness of God, about the existence of hereafter. Allah is asking how they have come to this world. What was the process that was there before the very man who is revolting and who is arrogant against Allah and to his commandment? Let him just observe how he has been created and what process that was there, and where was he when all these process was done for him, and who takes care of him when he was feeble. And that's what here Allah is trying to convey. Let every man who opposes Allah, opposes this message of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, let him observe how man, from what he has been created from. He is created from a water that has been ejected. Dafiq, either you can say it like a gushing forth or rushing water. And from that droplet, he has been created. And how many got wasted in the process? And only one cell that got induced with the ovum. And who takes care of him? And do you know the origin of this liquid? Allah says that is coming from between his backbone and the ribs. Exactly today what the medical system also confirms that. And the origination of this liquid comes from between the backbone and the ribs. Just look at before 14th century, this has been highlighted. And if Allah is capable of bringing him from such a clinging substance, such a very minute substance and bringing him into existence from nowhere, then he is. Then the very same Allah, he is also possible and capable. Innahu ala raj'il qadir. Then returning him back after becoming dead once is not a big deal, because you came before with a non-existing substance. And from where Allah has created, at least now, as when you are left as a bones, you are something now. So Allah is all powerful to return him back. That's the promise Allah is telling. If you are doubting on this, then Allah is capable to return. Just look at how you came to this world. If that is possible, you are living alive, then why not you can be brought back? That's the point. That's the logical question that this surah is trying to convey. Innahu la raj'il illa qadir. Verily, to him, returning to him is surely all powerful and all capable to do it. The day will be tested, all the secrets of the soul, secrets of the heart, everything will be made to tested, and not for him any power or not to get any help or any helper. But samai, by a sky which keeps returning every day, sir, as you keep doing, and the earth which opens up on the day. And verily it, referring to this Quran, this is not just a fairy tale story, but it's a decisive, surely a word, just decisive, fasla, decisive word and final verdict. That's all. There is no more amendments. No other legislation in the face of the earth will have any power to amend what this Quran has said. This is not for amusement, sir. Not for this to be just played and then heard like a singing song. Not like that. Bil hazl, and not it is for amusement or enjoyment or fairy tale stories or the stories to put you to sleep, but innahu. So if you want to plot against this message or this messenger or contrive anything against this against Islam, then you have all freedom to do it. Verily they are plotting a plot, but Allah is also plotting. Allah is also plotting. And if there is just to explain this alone, a workshop can be conducted. What are all the plots that is made against Islam at the time that we are living in, and how Allah makes it possible or positive for Islam to grow with such stunning plots. That is itself, it's an open eye message that we feel and realize every single day of our life. Verily, they are plotting a plot, but I am also planning a plan for hell. So what Allah has done is He has given respite. It is not that Allah is taking action immediately, but He has given them a time for the disbelievers. So Allah is asking Prophet ﷺ to wait. So give them a respite for a while, so that we will find out whether they are turning back to Islam or they are continuing to oppose Islam and then die with their disbelief. That's the test that Allah is giving